Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to the FC show. This is just me. I'm just hanging out in my shop right now, and I'm not sure if you can hear me, um, but I'm gonna have to check that just to see because I have no idea. I have this new mic. I'm trying out. Let me see here. I think this is okay. I'm not sure. Hi, how are you? Can you let me know? Also, the chat does show up on here on the phone. Can you let me know if my audio is working fine? I just need someone to just drop it in the comments and say, yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, all's good. Oh, perfect. So, Valley Hunting and Fishing, who are you and where are you from? I'm not sure if I've ever come across that name before. Anyway, while we're chatting, so here's what we're making today. I was going to make a few things, but I realized I was going to make a hexagon shelf. And I realized that the measurements that I needed, I don't have the length of lumber to do it. So I'm not going to make a hexagon shelf. I'm going to make this, well, attempt to make it. I've made many of them. This here cell phone holder. So it has a couple various kinds of wood. It's got, I think that's poplar, this is pine, and then some walnut. Is that walnut? No, that's cherry in the middle. So we're going to make this. We're going to miter the corners and put a little slot in there, and this is where your bottom piece kind of goes in. You have a hole for your charger right here, and it just sits like this, and you can adjust it, right? So this is what we're going to make. So this is, again, if you don't know me, my name is Trent. This is Fatherhood Confessions. I do all kinds of stuff, really. Parenting content, hacks, tips and tricks, dad jokes, and I like to have fun. And I like to show everybody what I like to do in my spare time. So woodworking is one of them. So we're in the shop today, just enjoying ourselves. It's raining outside, so there's no other better place to be than in here. So Valley Hunting and Fishing, thanks for joining. I appreciate it very much. Shout out to you. If you haven't liked, haven't subscribed, go do that. Would really appreciate it. Not sure what the lighting is like in here. Let me see if I can switch it a bit. Let's see. Maybe that could be good. I'm not sure. Anyways, okay. So what we have here is actually it's a tongue and groove pine, dress pine pieces of a shelving unit that I knew someone was going to throw out. Basically here's the tongue and tongue and groove ends, and they were going to throw this whole shelf out. Like they were going to throw it out in the garbage. And I seen it. I was like, no way. I began to envision what I can make out of this. So tickety boo, I decided, man. So this is what I came up with. And I just showed it already. It's a cell phone holder. Right? Here's your hole right down there for the charger. So I'm going to attempt to make, I'm just going to work away. Feel free to chat. Feel free to ask questions. It is a Q&A session, conversation, so we can do that. And if you can't hear me, please let me know. I want to know if I'm coming through loud and clear. Like loud and clear. I need to know loud and clear. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to cut our dimensions for our foam piece right here. The backer for our phone, where our phone sits on. So we're going to cut this to 9 and a bit, 9 and maybe 9 and 1/4 length. So that's what we're going to do with these. These are the pieces we're cutting. So let's get our. First we're going to cut off these tags. these tongue groove tags right here. Going to get rid of those, and then we're going to go from there. Because you don't want those on there. You're not going to. They're going to be an interference, right? It's just no use for them in a project like this. So now that we moved those, we'll throw those out. No need for them. So now what we're going to do, some of this stuff is pretty rough. I'm going to need to sand that out over time. But we're going to actually do the same thing to this piece too. We're going to cut the tongues off and go from there. I want to make sure that I'm cutting off all the rough edges as well, because you don't want any of those rough edges there. Okay, so we're going to take, you got any questions, fire away. Take our measuring tape, and we're going to measure to about 9 1/4 or just over 9 inches. We'll take our pencil, sorry. I should sharpen that a bit, shouldn't I? I'm going to sharpen. So how's everybody doing today? What's it like in your neck of the woods? Well, this is no good. So let's sharpen our pencil a bit here. Get a nice edge on that pencil. There you go. And now we're going to measure 9 inches. We'll go 9 1/4. 9 1/4 inches. Measure down. Get that quarter right there. Then we're going to grab our 90-degree square. We're going to make a line here where that is. Okay. So now that we got our line, here's our line here for our 9-inch cut. We're going to make that cut. Just making sure all these edges are the same. So when you make a cut, if you're new to woodworking, if you're making a cut on your line, you always cut to the outside of your line, not right on your line. Like you have the outside of your blade or inside, depending on how you look at it. You got to cut just off the line, off or away from your measurement cut. So there we go. There we have it. This is the beginning stages of it. If you're just tuning in, we're making a cell phone holder. Okay, so now what we want to do, as you can see, these corners are beveled. They're rounded somewhat, and that's the natural state of the tongue and groove. It's already routed, pre-routed. So we're actually going to put it on the miter side. We're going to just cut them down so they're 90 degree angles. We don't need to cut too much off it. And I hate, I got to put a guard on my saw here, because this is what happens. It falls down in your saw. So it's a pain. So now we're going to flip it around. So as you can see, this here is a beveled edge. And this one here is cut nice, and it's you get some sharp angles on it. So we're going to cut the other side. It seems to be good there. Okay, and I'm going to make her cut. There we go. Bevel edges are off. I got to fish this out. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I want to know. Join in the conversation. Join in the conversation. Want to know where you're from? Drop it in the comments. You don't even need to stay. You pop in, say hi, and then you can leave again. Just pop in, just let me know. McDonald's coffee. Maybe I'll tilt this down just a bit so you can see. Maybe that might be better. There we go. Now that works. Now that we have our edges cut off, the beveled edges cut off, we're going to go on to the next stage. So this is a piece of oak. It's a strip of oak, and this is going to actually go just like this is. See this piece of walnut or cherry in the middle, right here? Well, this is going to go in the middle here. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to cut this right now. So this is our 9-inch. This is what's going to go down the middle, right? It's going to go down the middle. So this is kind of reversed. On this one, we have cherry in the middle and something else I can't remember. That's poplar on the side. So we're going to reverse it. We're going to put the dark pieces of wood on the outside and the light piece in the middle. Okay. So these are cut. And this is cut. So I have a little jig that I use. Where is it? Here's my jig. This is a jig. So just so my fingers don't get too close to the blade, I use this. I anchor this down on my bed here. And then I use this piece to anchor my wood down so my hands are not close to the blade. So now, where's my anchor? Now, where did I put that? Here it is. You know where I put it? The last place I put it. So I got to unscrew this here. This is the stopper. If you're just joining, you do me a favor, like, subscribe, share it, comment, ring the bell. That'd be great. Now I just need to find my post. Here's my post. Screw that in. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, so I got this where I want it, because I'm going to cut it right down the middle. That's close enough. Then I'm going to push my stop block right up against this. Okay. And then I'm going to anchor it down with this. Move it in as far as I can. Anchor it down. That's good. See if I'm going to bring you closer. Here, right here. So this here piece here, this is going to go snapped onto the piece of wood. Keep it there. And that should hold it to make our cut. There we go, right down the middle. There's your cut. So now we're going to do, we're actually going to add our strip of oak. I'm going to put that right in here. See how this works? Put that strip of oak right down the middle. Like this. That's how that works. See that? So that's the beginning of wood joinery. So we're going to glue this and I'm going to clamp it. I'm going to put it aside to actually dry. Again, if you're just joining, this is what we're making. Just got to put that aside. So now, every woodworker knows this is my block. I use this block here for just clamping things. It's you know, it's smooth. Now I got to figure out what side this is going to go on. This side. I think it is this side. I don't like the fact that, see this here, if I can hold it up for you. This, see that? You can probably see the groove here. This is not entirely flush, which I don't like. Might have to get another piece. And I'm going to look for another piece. I'm just looking for some pieces of wood to add to this. I'm not sure if I can find a good piece or not. I have all kinds of different wood pieces. There's a box full of ends here. Got to find the right size thickness. Could actually work with that too. So here we have the strip, right? That's going to go in the middle. For some reason, this is a warped piece. This might be better. I think we'll go with that. Don't like that one either. Okay, well, I'll be right back. I'm going to cut this on the bandsaw. Okay, I'll cut that on the bandsaw. Let's see how much it's going to be. I'm going to do another cut. Gotta put a guide on my bandsaw here. Just need a small piece of wood. We'll guide right along. This very well may do it. Be right back, guys. Well, this might even be better. Okay. Try that. Let's try. So if you're still with me, feel free to ask any questions. This one's a little off. I'm gonna have to clamp it real good. Let me know where you're from if you're just dropping by quickly. Perfect. Okay, take a little bit off this. Okay, I think I got it figured out now. There we go. Nice and flush. So I'm going to put a stop here. I'm going to push the wood up against it. Guarantees me that everything is That's better. I finally got it. I finally got it. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to glue that in there. probably take a little bit off this. Sorry, yeah, I have my my bandsaw is over in the other room, and table saw and a few other things. Okay, we'll put this extras back. Guys, if you want to follow me, I am on Facebook at Cuts and Creation Woodworking. Cuts and Creations Woodworking. Instagram, Facebook, you can follow me there too if you want. I just started the pages. There's not much on there, but I'm slowly adding. Okay, so we're going to get a little glue here. Oh, glue coming out. Glue on my work table. That's okay. So we're going to glue these pieces here. This is the area we want to glue. One piece. I'm going to glue the other side. Now, what we're going to do is going to take our finger and just rub it in. Rub it in. And don't worry about if you got a lot of glue on it and you have squeeze out, that means you've got enough, you're gluing it fine. You can just wipe that extra glue off after. Wipe this side too. Lots of glue. Lots of glue. Okay. We got our glue on. Now we're going to glue our parts together. So we got our strip, and we're going to put it right in the middle. Take our piece here and bump it up against that. I need another piece. I need a better piece than that. There we go. Now we're going to get our handy dandy clamps. This one's not big enough. So we're going to get these, some of our smaller clamps. We're just going to place them on there. Get the ends. Come over to this end, do the same. See if I can tip it for you. Here's the gluing process. We're just gluing this together right here. Now we're just going to get the middle. Don't want to clamp it too hard. So there we have it. Got our piece glued together. We're going to let that dry. Okay. Now there's nothing else we can do right now but let that dry. Don't ever forget to put your cap back on your glue, right? The glue, excuse my reach. Don't want to hit you in the face. Now, so while we're waiting for this to dry, and here's what it's looking like right now. See, that's together. There's your pine, and then you got your strip right down the middle. And we're going to let this dry for a while. Okay. Don't worry about the glue squeeze out. We can sand that off after. So in the meantime, take our stop block off here because we don't need this right now. We'll swing that over here out of the way. Now, what we're going to do, I already cut this piece. This is the piece. This is the stand, or we'll call it the leg, and the whole dispenser will go for your charging cable to go through while your phone rests on it. Again, let me show you. Right, it goes right in the slot, and it rests like this. Okay, and then you have your hole there, right, to put your charging cable up through while your phone rests. That's the whole idea. There you go. You probably can see it right there. That's what we're making. So what we're going to do is now we're going to drill a hole, and we're going to do it right here. Now, in order to do this, you've got to have a sacrificial board, which is what I have. We're going to just take our pieces that have been glued together. I'm just going to place them over here for now. And we're going to get our Craft. This is a manual drill press. You just put your drill in here. I'll show you how it works. Tilt the screen a bit so you can see. So this is your drill press here, and we're going to put it in there in just a minute. Okay. And we're going to put our piece of wood, which should be exact. Yeah, see? And you slip it in here. Let's bring it down a little bit more here. So you slip your piece of wood in here, okay? And this is where you make your hole. So what we're going to do is going to get our drill. Now this is a drum sanding bit, which we don't need right now, so I'm just going to put over there. Now what we're going to use is, you can use a Forstner bit or we can use a spade bit. And I have them all over here. I'll show you. I think we're going to use Let me see. Just give me a second. Right? Hang in there. Let's try. We're gonna try a spade bit. This is a 3/4 spade bit. Before I go any further, I'm going to change the battery in my drill. Put that over there. I'm going to plug this one back in. That's plugged in. I'm going to take our battery, slide it in our drill here. We're ready to go. So now here's a 3/4. Maybe you can't, not sure if you can see that. It could be backwards too. That's a 3/4. This is a spade bit. I'm going to put it right into our drill like that. Tighten it up. Now we're ready. So what this does, oh, sorry. No, we're not ready. We're going to put our spade bit. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm going to lock our drill onto here. Okay. And then we're going to open this. Put our spade bit in. And then we're going to lock it into place. Okay. I'm going to get your key here. You're going to lock this into place. There. Now, how this works, we have a stop block over on right here. I'm going to raise it a bit. I'm just going to give it a little test go. Well, we need to raise it up a lot more than that. So I'm going to raise it really up really high. Let's give this a try. Nope, it needs to be higher than that. I'm going to try it there. I'm going to lock it in. Okay. Okay. So then we're going to put our bit. We're going to put our board in here. We're going to mark exactly where we want to cut this. When you're about to blow through the one side, you turn it over and finish it off. Very important. So there you have it. Now we can take our drill off this, put this aside. So we made our hole for the charger. See, there it is there, right in the middle. Well, I just eyed that out. And you can, if you want, you can sand this out if you want, this your hole. This is not sanded yet. I'm going to put our spade bit away. Sanding, you can sand this if you want. This is pretty smooth stuff, but you can sand it just to take off, take off a layer so you can see the whiteness of the pine a little better. So we got this piece done, and it's drying right now. Want to show you guys, this is a clock that I'm working on. It's a coffee clock. Just got it. I just glued the one piece today, yesterday, last night, let it dry. So we have, let me see if I can set this up. So you can see what it's going to look like. This is what it's going to look like. Okay. And your clock mechanism is going to go in the middle. Okay. And I have these little pieces. Yep, this way. If I can get them to stay. Oh, these are not glued yet, so I'm just showing you. Can you see that? I can't tip it up. So that's kind of like the steam coming out of the coffee. It's a clock. So that is, next is to glue some pieces of that on too. Okay, so we have a little stand ready, and we just got to wait for this to dry a bit. And then we're going to cut it, and then we're going to lay the sides on. I might need to cut some more pieces here. So I do have, this is cherry. This is a piece of cherry. I'm going to cut this to 9 inches, just over 9 inches. Okay, got my mark there, as you can see. There it is there, there's the mark. And I'm going to cut that. Actually, I'm going to go to my bandsaw again, cut this. Changed my mind. It's pretty much right on. So I'm going to use these for my sides. So I need to measure my sides here. How thick is this? Little over 1/2 inch. Double check. Just a little over 1/2 inch. Half mark here. We're going to go over right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my bandsaw. Sorry, I gotta leave you for a second. I'm just going out the door around the corner. Get right back. So I have my pieces cut. There's my pieces for the edges. So guys, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Again, you see me work on this a little bit. We got this part glued, right? There's the end result. We got this part glued here. We have the strip of cherry in the middle. So this is gluing right now. There's nothing else we can do at this point. And we have our leg or our stand cut out that goes in the slot. And we have our side pieces that go on the side of the phone stand all cut out. So that is pretty much it. And this is your end result. Your very own phone stand. There you go. See that? Stands like this. Hole here for your charger cord to go in. And that's what it is. That's the finished result. So anyway, that's it. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you dropping by and saying hi or just taking in a few minutes. So with that, I'm going to sign off. I just want to be on here in an hour. Again, like and subscribe. I appreciate you. This is just a part of what I do as a dad. This is my hobby. I really enjoy it. And so we'll hope to catch you on the next one. And like I always say, stay safe, stay focused, and I'll catch you on the flippity, okay? Take care and bye for now.